Good morning, I'm Jeff. I'm a sewer tech Northwest. Today we're at property address 19885 Southwest Sonia Lane here in Beaverton. We're located inside the crawl space. We have a 3-inch ABS cleanout as our point of access right here just before the line goes out of the front foundation. I'm going to insert the camera and check the overall condition and serviceability of the sanitary sewer line. Currently have a lot of water running through the line. We're going to get the camera out to the main. We'll get it all drained out before we pull back. Here we go. Just transitioned there at about 15, 16 feet over to schedule 3034 PVC pipe. That's the green pipe here. And here at 39 feet, we have reached the main lateral out on Sonia Lane. We're going to let the line drain out now. Alright, the line's totally drained out at this point. It looks like there's a little tiny bit of water trickling through there. You do have some standing water here in the line. It's called a belly, where the pipe settles and you lose all your slope and grade. End up with, right here, there's about 1.5 inches or so of standing water. That's what I'm seeing in this particular spot. I don't see a whole lot of debris collecting there, which is a good thing. We are seeing some grease stuck on the side of the pipe and some smaller bits of toilet paper. No major buildup to indicate that it's blocked up and had an issue in the past. It's ends here at 38 feet. And starts here at 31 feet, so it's about a 7-foot section of the sewer line that has about 1.5 inches of standing water in it. Around 3/4 to 1 inch is where I generally start seeing debris collect in a line. Any less standing water than that usually hardly does anything at all. But when you approach this point here, this is where you start seeing debris build up, and especially if stuff's going down the line like paper towels, giant wads of toilet paper, cooking grease, stuff that shouldn't go down the sewer line in the first place. Those items are especially troublesome for bellies. They hang up very easily and saturate with tons of water and end up they'll build up. So regular toilet paper and food going down the disposal every now and then is no big deal. I don't see any toilet paper really hung up in here. Most of it's grease. It's when you start seeing lots of toilet paper building up is when you know you have a real significant issue. That's what the sewer lines are built to handle. So anyway, the line is functioning. I would still recommend it be corrected. I'll do some locates and map it out with paint. It's going to be out in the street area, unfortunately, so a repair like this can be costly. Obviously, the repair is the most ideal solution, although it's expensive. It's a permanent fix, never have to worry about it again. In a situation like this, because it's this clean, I would recommend, if a repair is not done, doing a rescope in a year or two to get a baseline for how the line is handling your living habits, as everyone's different. A belly for one family might be no big deal, but for another causes them problems. I'm just going to pull back here a little bit just to see if there's any other stuff I need to map out in the street there. Alright, I was able to locate here accurately. There's a car parked over the top of where the belly actually starts at. I was able to locate underneath it, but at an angle. So anyway, that locate is accurate, but the depth I wasn't able to get there. Anyway, it's mapped out with white paint. I have an X at the beginning of the repair. That's probably a couple feet out from the curb. And then a white T indicating the terminus to the main. That's also where the belly ends at. I'd recommend to repair here is we have 1.5 inches of standing water. Poses a risk for debris to collect there, build up, and then cause a blockage. I see no evidence that that has happened. All the pipe leading up to that point so far here is clean. We'll make sure there's nothing that we missed with all the water going through the line there on the way out. Alright, I'm just about to reel the camera out of the line. Again, I recommend a repair to correct the belly from 31 feet to 38 feet. It's located in the street. It's marked with white paint, and it's at about 10 feet deep. It's way the heck down there. I would contact the city. Sometimes they're responsible for street repairs. Usually it is the homeowner, though, that's responsible all the way to the main. And again, if a repair is not done, you just need to watch what goes down the line. No paper towels, big giant wads of toilet paper, cooking grease, feminine hygiene products, flushable wipes, stuff that shouldn't go down the line in the first place. Toilet paper and food every now and then is the only thing that should be going down the sink, or the disposal in the toilet. So anyway, the line is functioning at this time. I don't see any evidence that it had a blockage or backup in the past. With the belly there, it does pose a higher risk for that to occur, just because stuff can't flow through there properly as it should be able to. So I'm going to go ahead and reel the camera out. If a repair is done, I recommend a rescope to ensure it was done properly. And when you're moving into a house, if you're going to live with the belly, I'd recommend doing a scope in 1 to 2 years to try and get an idea of how it's handling your living habits. Sometimes with a belly, you have to have the line hydrojetted every year or two, just to keep any debris build up to a minimum.